Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Boyas Pilgrim. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. This is one perfect evening when I was looking for a slice of bread, and I looked into the bread basket and there was not much. So there was a little bit of what we can call knäckebröd and dried biscuit. So when you need bread and there is no bread in the bread basket, what would you do? Pick up everything that you have in the house to see if you can be able to fix some. And what we have here tonight is some flour, salt, baking powder. This is the pan that we're going to use. We have milk, sugar, cooking fat, oil rather. We have 4 eggs, and eventually we have some vanilla. So I think this is what we're going to work with tonight. So let's get to work. Right, let's get to work. So as usual, I'll try to get a spot where I can be able to put my camera so that it gets working. This has been the challenge. This has been the challenge thought. However, I think this time around we got it cool there. Right, it's quite visible there. So what we're going to do first, lift my hand, and here goes the process. This is how the process goes on. Now we start with the egg, the 4 pieces. Oops, sorry, that went so bad. I can use this to just put the shells off. Just be careful to see to it that the shells don't drop into the bread, the cake. Okay. So here we go. 2. I have the tendency of removing the embryos from the eggs. Takes time, but yeah. Right. This is just a personal thing, so I don't know. People view it differently, but I like chucking out the embryo out of the egg just to see to it that it's not part of it. Then add the sugar into it. This is sugar. We have 4 eggs there. We have sugar, and then try to visp it in. Seems like I don't have power. Seems like I don't have power in this. Let me see. Oops, oh, there we go. It's messing the entire thing. It's nice to have it well done so that the sugar is evenly broken in. To make sure that it's super fine. You see that? the next thing that I'm going to do, I'll add in the oil. So the entire cup of cooking fat is put in. So that's a check. And then my stirring continues. Let me see. It's really getting smooth and creamy, as you can see it. This goes very, very fast. And the cheese is sweet, just to make sure that everything goes very fast. Then I'll add into it the milk. Add into it milk. The whole essence of it was the vanilla. Now it's time to put it into measurement. Let me get kind of like a spoon. So I'll get like yeah, I'll put 2 teaspoonfuls, or rather 1.5. The second one wasn't really full, so take it out. Then I have to take out the things that I don't need now. The vanilla makes it smell very, very nice. It smells very, very nice. Oops. The camera is talking over. Quite aromatic. I'm already preheating the oven to 180 degrees. It's just waiting for the whole thing to go in there. So It's already preheating. Now I've finished the first phase, so I'll do the second phase, which is so simple. This is the wheat flour. I'll put the camera again there. Sorry, it's getting messy. Holding camera is part of my big thing. So this is the whatever, and I'll get like 2 tablespoonful of baking powder. I'm so sorry about that. 1 and 2. That should be able to do. And kind of like when I talk about a pinch of salt, I can be able to put it in this tiny one. There we go. That should be able to do it. Sorry for this. Cover the baking powder. Then I can be able to borrow this spoon to mix it up, just to make sure that it is well mixed up. Just to guarantee that it is all balanced and well done, I can dry the handles so that I make sure that I blend them very okay. That seems to be perfect. So what I'm going to do here is we take this mixture of the flour and into the original mixture, all of it, just to make sure that all of it is in. Right, so here we go. And try to mix it up completely. This is the final stage. It has to be as smooth and as so uniform as possible, so that there is not a bit of flour remaining in it. This can go on and on and on and on. Sorry. Now we get to the final part, the easy part, where the entire stuff gets into the plate where it's going to be baked, and just put it in. Always generous with the last ones which were inside there, just to make sure everything goes in. Everything goes in. So there we go, there we go. It's so creamy, smooth, it's well done. Now I've preheated the oven, so it's going to be in the oven for about 45 minutes, exactly 45 minutes. It's going to be in there, and we'll check it out. We'll check it out, what we're going to have after 45 minutes. This is about it. So we got up to the last drop of it. was great. The whole thing is well spread. I put the paper down so that it doesn't stick on the, yeah. All right, that's good. Now the next thing that we are going to have, it's we are going to take a journey to the oven. And basically this is what we have. So we're going to give it about 45 minutes. So I'll put my timer on and let's watch the final product after 45 minutes. Just in the process as the cake is doing well and we're waiting for the 45 minutes. You can see it started yeasting. There is this essence just in the process. What do you call this? Multitasking. Doing well. So what I want to do is I want to make a dish on the side. See it started yeasting. There is this essence. What do you call this? Multitasking. And so what I want to do is want to make a dish on the side. Green peas. The evening and plums. Meal, so we're going to make plums. These are fresh plums. And that spaghetti is water just to be washed so that green peas really clean directly. And plums. So what we're going to have here is part of our ingredients. Soaking in the water just to be washed. Potato flour. Really clean direct from the tree. We're going to have curry powder. What we're going to have here is part of our ingredients is here. We're going to have potato flour, garlic, and we're going to have curry powder just to be sure that have cloves. The garlic is not enough, then we'll put something here. We're going to have garlic powder, garlic. Then there is the apple cider, the vinegar, just to be sure that maybe if the garlic is not enough, then we'll cinnamon, subsidize it with the garlic powder. And now we have then ginger. We have ginger powder here. Vinegar. We have turmeric powder, and then we have hot cinnamon powder. So now we have ginger. We have ginger powder here. We have turmeric powder, and then we have plum chili powder. So as so all the process begins, I don't know really how to hold the camera here, but what I'm going to do is I'll start with the peas, so we can just so as put some here the process and begins. I don't know really how to hold the camera here. 10 what I'm going to do is the peas will I'll start with the peas, so we can just I'll fix the peas, put some here start boiling right away. And let it cook for about 10 minutes. All the cooking time is going to be separate basis. Minutes. I'll fix the peas so that they start boiling right away in 10 minutes. Like in 10 minutes. So they are almost starting at the same time simultaneously, depending on the boiling point. The spaghetti might be late by 2 minutes or so. But this is boiling, and I'll boil the spaghetti on the other side. I put plain water, then when I'll put the spaghetti, I'll be able to salt it up so that it becomes salted. I'll try to sprinkle also a little bit of salt in the peas, so it's quite natural the way it's going to be. So meanwhile the process starts. What I'm going to do is I'll remove all the seeds from the plums and cut them into halves, and I'll be able to cook them together with their skins. But if you like, you can take off the skin if you want kind of like something very, very smooth. Yep. So happening here, so the water is starting to boil. So what I'll do is I'll put the spaghetti in, and I like breaking them into pieces so that they won't get so long. And I'll give it a cover, just a slight cover. And the peas are also boiling. Their time is about. I'll run them almost concurrently together with the spaghetti. I'll put salt and then butter afterwards. Ready, my cake is ready. What I need to do is I'll separate the edges from this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. And I think I'll let it cool. I'll put some cloth over it so that it just yeah, that can wait there. Then I'll take the next stage of starting to fry the onions. So the process is on. As this one starts, I'll be processing the spaghetti, so that I'll be processing the spaghetti so that they don't get over soggy. Their time is almost up. Yep, the process is on. The onions are cooking, and what I need to do is I'm going to use the vegetable ghee. The vegetable ghee, this one is called Asil. We find it at the Turkish supermarket. Vegetable ghee, I'll use like 2 spoonfuls, and yeah, it's kind of like smooth, butterish. Butter ghee is also perfect. Actually, it's the most ideal, but sometimes I like subsidizing it with this just to change the kind of oil that I use. So this is butter ghee, and you can have a look. I want to get the garlic and the onions done until it's brown. My cake is ready. It's just a question of cutting through it. There we go. We can test out one. We see what it looks like. It's very nice. It's quite spongy. It's very, very nice. Very lovely. Very nice. If you break through it, it's kind of like nice and fluffy. This is good. We can keep it covered. This side, everything is browned. Perfect. The spaghetti is ready. The peas are ready. Now it's just a question of doing the plum sauce. So at this time, it's already brown. So I'll start by putting the salt base. Salt base, just a pinch of salt. Oops, that will be too much. That will be too much. Let's add it somewhere else. So I have put the salt base. Then the onions are still frying. I'll be coming bit by bit. I'll put a little bit of cinnamon, cinnamon. There you go. Not quite much, that's reasonable. Start getting that brown color. In this case, I'll put very little cloves, not so much. It's browning up. Now, put a little bit of cloves. Oh, this is very, very strong, so one has to be very careful that the cloves is not put, otherwise it will be so strong. There you go. Giving that that oriental, that coastal smell already. I'll put in a little bit of garlic powder because the garlic that I had were not quite, yeah, kind of like a spoonful there. So we have the garlic. The whole thing is on the making. The chili, this is hot chili, so one has to be very, very careful with it. It's extremely hot, and otherwise it can mess the entire party, so one has to be very, very careful with it. Turmeric is good and healthy, so you can be generous with it, like half a tablespoonful can go. That's reasonable. Even a little bit more. Turmeric is good. So the mixture still continues. There it goes. So this is what the fry looks like. So far so good. And we're going to add a little bit of ginger. Teaspoon. One more ingredient coming in. Curry. I'll put a whole heapful spoon of curry. This is Indian curry. And then after the curry, it starts sticking out, so we have to start moistening it, and the moisturing process is going to be done with a tablespoon. Oops, I dropped the lid of apple cider. There you go. 1 tablespoonful. Sorry, I dropped the lid for the apple cider. It's quite strong. Oh, yeah. And then now we can bring in our plums and put them in. Now, if you're happy with this plum sauce, this can be what it is right now, but in case you want to make it even a lot denser and hard, you can be able to put the potato flour. That's the reason why I brought it there. So this one shouldn't cook for so long. This can be here between 2 to 3 minutes, just 2 to 3 minutes. So that's almost like done. That's almost like done. I'll keep it 2 to 3 minutes. Just to make sure that there were no seeds that passed when I was putting it on the side. The seeds are not good because I'm going to process it also in the machine where it's going to get smooth. And yeah, oops. There we go. Quite happy with my applesauce. I mean with my plum sauce. I don't mind tasting it. That's real. It's real. It qualifies for something that should be able to go with the meal. I want to reduce the fire. This is my final bit. What I'm going to do is I'll put a bit of the potato flour in it. Very little, very little. You can put as little as this. Yeah, that does it. Potato flour. This is potatismjöl. And then just very little syrup. Very, very little, not much. This you put only if you like. But I love that syrup thing, so put the syrup in and just mix it up. Now this is very good to go. All I need to do is I want to put it in the mixer just to make it smooth, and then it's ready to be served. All right, so here we go. Our meal is super ready. This part can be carried, and I don't know how to. We can turn the camera around where the mixer is, so I'll carry it right in here and try and put it in the mixer, right? And then just spin it a little bit and put it back in the same pan again. Oh, sorry. This is a mess. Should have had a plate where I can be able to put this. Let it rest here. Let me cover it, and then the reason why I was so careful with the seeds, so that you don't have the seeds, because this is the process in which things can really go bad if you have a seed in there. So you have to make sure that you chuck off all your seeds, and then it's like put it back in the thingy, and then it's ready to serve. Now the next thing will be soaking the spaghetti into butter and the peas into butter, and ready to serve. Now tell me what you think about this meal. This is about it. This is the sauce, this is the spaghetti, and that is the peas. So what I'm going to do is I'll drain off the water, then soak it in butter. The same thing here, wash, clean, and then soak it in butter, and ready to serve. This one I'll have to see to it that I drain all of it inside here, and that's the end of my cooking for today. Welcome to Mboya's Pilgrim. Tell me what you think about my quick fix cooking. And this evening, thank you for joining me and being patient with me. Share with me also what you think about the cooking, and give me more tips. Criticize, drop a line on the comment section, and let's hook up in the next video. Look what we have for dinner: spaghetti, plum sauce, and peas. Wow! Buenos noches. Good night.